clean up in aisle 5. You're gonna need tear gas, pepper spray, and assault gear just to listen to this show.
Sasquatch, the moon landing, UFOs, 9/11, flat earth, JFK. All of these things have one thing in common: unanswered questions. So let's get to the bottom of that.
Now here's something completely random.
Animals in action, animals in action.
Random.
We using that in the intro?
Thank you and good night.
Dice Man Enterprises exclusively presents a talk show that will get to the bottom of things once and for all. And now here's your host for Let's Get to the Bottom of That, a bunch of weirdos on a mic. Welcome to another episode, yeah. Gonna smack that booty. Gonna smack that booty till it falls out of the bus now. Go!
Gets me hyped, baby. Take it. Take it. Take it.
Oh, yeah.
Good one.
Welcome into another episode of Let's Get to the Bottom of That, where all your dreams will come true, as long as you listen to this show.
Me, review, wrong time.
Man, Raphael, wrong time. Oh, man. How's it going, everybody?
Good. I would like to have George Janko on this podcast.
Who is it?
It's a guy.
George Janko?
No.
Yeah, he's of the Babylonian descent, Assyrian,
Okay.
dark beard, Christian.
He is really Babylonian?
Well, he's
Well,
Assyrian.
you got his you got credentials. You can reach out to him.
No.
Dude,
okay.
we ain't getting him.
No.
We're not getting him on.
Oh, we might.
Let's do it.
Hey, anything can happen.
I really
no.
want to get that.
Probably not.
I really want to get that Cliff. What's his name?
Yeah,
You know
no,
what I'm talking
Cliff-
about?
Yeah, Cliff.
Cliff Bars.
No.
What's his name?
Cliff.
Cliff.
We just know Cliff. Cliff the apologist.
Dude's out on like campuses.
Oh, you're talking about Charlie Kirk?
Yeah, he's done some stuff with Charlie before.
Yeah.
You talking about
Cliff.
the change my mind guy?
Yeah, but Charlie
No,
Kirk.
no,
Are you talking about Steven Crowder?
Charlie Kirk
No.
is the.
We're all over
I'm,
the
not,
place.
I'm obfuscating on purpose.
He's more into
Well,
politics. This
yeah.
guy's just strictly. He goes on campuses and argues with college students about.
His name's Cliff?
Yeah, I can't remember his last name.
Are you
Yeah.
talking about Frank Turek?
No.
No.
Okay.
Look at my hat.
Oh, wait a minute. Look at the hat, everybody.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Everybody look at it.
It says bottom of that.
What it does.
Bottom of what?
Wow.
That.
Bottom of that butt.
That thing, boy. She got a.
Boots with the
She got a straight dumpy.
They hit the floor.
Oh, no, we just sinned
Why?
because we went to that secular song,
Oh,
Apple Bottom Jeans.
cancel us.
So you go there, your thoughts start to go into the butt,
Mm-hmm.
and then things just go wild.
Yeah.
Butt wild.
And what you got to do?
Dude,
you
look
gotta
at that.
snip
That
it.
is crazy.
That is pretty cool.
So
This
this
one's
is a
even
new
better.
hat. Curtis said I'm wearing a hat every episode, brand new. And this is like the bar is set right now.
So,
Yeah.
I think
How are you
going to
outdo that?
I can't.
Some what do you call that? That imagery when you. Never mind.
What are you trying to say?
Subliminal messaging.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome into the show, everybody.
Subliminal
today
message.
we're talking
Trust
about
in
subliminal messages. No, I mean we're talking about conspiracy theories.
And then what we always do?
Well, no, not really. I mean, we just did the rapture. That's not a conspiracy, is it?
I don't know.
I mean, most of the show we try to get to the bottom of things, which is like discussions. Let's get to the bottom of that. Like, why are you talking about that particular thing? And we need to get to the bottom of it. Conspiracy, we have done a lot of it. I mean, look at our catalog. There's a bunch of conspiracy theories. What I wanted to touch on today was, you know what? This is a podcast. We like getting to the bottom of things. Let's talk about what a conspiracy is. Let's talk about what a conspiracy is not.
What's it doing? Where's it going?
Where's it going? Get out of my face. Let's talk about buttered sausage.
What is that?
That's not your jam?
Should I throw? Yeah. It's not your jam?
I don't buy
like
jam.
I buy honey.
I
I
buy
kiss it in the lips.
What is that? What are you
Hold
talking
on.
about?
I
It's
got
like Gary Busey thing.
Hold on. It's a deep fake.
It's a deep fake of Gary
Oh,
Busey.
ducky. Okay. Isn't that illegal now?
No.
Okay.
It's only illegal if you don't say that it's AI.
You're actually looking up butter.
But I don't think it's illegal anyway.
All right, hold on. Gotta pull it up.
You putting it on the cast? Oh, it's.
Well, so nobody wanted that. I didn't want your reaction. But anyway, that's the thing. It's a deep fake. These two guys are doing a podcast, and this is his co-host, and they just deep fake Gary over it. And he was just sitting there talking like, let's talk about butters. He was just, for the whole podcast, he was just rambling. So anyway, it's kind of funny.
Which podcast was it?
It is Two Dudes in a Bucket. I don't know.
Is that chick named Fart Vapor?
Wow. Let's, okay. Go ahead and clear this.
Totally derailed me.
Maybe we should just do a show and just go down the rabbit hole of TikTok.
Yeah, let's
Just
go
do
through
reaction.
Byron's history.
Just do reactions. Buttered sausage.
Buttered sausage.
Let's go around the room. What do we got? Any current events happening?
Let's see. Current events.
Talk about that chick being on a live.
Wait a minute. We've already covered that.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
We
You're
already
like,
covered the Pope.
oh, okay. You're saying we already covered it. Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
we already
Gotcha.
covered
Gotcha. It's Saturday.
Let me
time
look
and
at
It's
Newsmax.
56 degrees and it's cloudy on a Saturday.
Chance of meatballs.
Chance of meatballs.
You know what though? The time that this comes out, the current event.
Let's make one up.
Yeah.
Like when they hear it, and what if we prophesy? And it's prophecy. Okay, let's go. Let's go with. Hey, did y'all hear Nancy Pelosi? Her and her husband both got killed in a yacht accident. Did y'all hear that?
What if that happened and then you hear
Yeah.
the first?
That's what I'm saying.
You get a
So
knock on
and
the
there's
door
like
and
this
FBI.
the boat exploded, so they don't know if there's any foul play or anything like that. But they're investigating it. Did y'all hear about this?
No.
Crazy. So yeah, look it up.
It really happened?
Brought to you by Carl's
Yeah.
Jr.
Whoa.
Carl's Jr. No, huh?
You're faking something? What the heck's going
No,
on?
what we're
I
doing
said
is
by the time this episode
we're doing
comes
prophecy.
out, the current event of that time
Right. So
will not be current. So our current event now.
So I'm just making up a current event that could be possible when the show comes out.
What about that Jeff Bezos thing where he sent up the the
The
wiener?
Johnson. Yeah.
The Big Johnson.
Wait a minute, the pecker,
Hey,
Talking-
Dick.
I thought-
the winner,
Yeah.
the wiener.
The little prick.
Anyway, buttered sausage.
So here I was thinking people are talking about how the video is so fake.
Oh, Gary's.
No, I'm talking
Oh,
about
which one?
About them
Oh, yeah, the-
coming down and then
Yeah.
even how it landed and
Right.
stuff. What if they faked that because they couldn't shoot the actual thing?
What do you mean?
What if it really happened, but the videos that we're seeing are fake because they couldn't actually film it as it was happening?
You're talking about him sending all those chicks into
Yeah.
space.
Mhm. What if it really happened?
I don't believe it, dude.
I don't believe it either, but what if it really happened, but they just did a fake video for the internet so that they could get
For
all
the
the
public.
get all the shots that they wanted?
I've always been told that going into space is like so physically demanding that those astronauts have to go through like months of preparation.
Yeah, rigorous training.
You're telling me all those women?
No,
Well, they didn't go to.
they didn't go to space.
They didn't go to space. They went to.
Stratosphere.
Yeah,
it's not.
stratosphere.
Well, once you get to space, that's the easy part. It's the G forces of the rocket launching you into space.
Mhm.
That's what they have to train for.
Mm-hmm. It's like 11 G's or something.
Yeah, it's a ridiculous amount. And you're saying that you saying Katy Perry
Yeah,
took 11 G's
right. Yeah,
all at one time?
I mean,
back to back to back.
yeah,
It's 11.
right.
I wasn't going there.
As
You
she
laughed.
does.
Now I'm going there.
As she does.
And videotaped it.
Yeah. The problem is the re-entry. There's no
re-entry.
burn marks on that capsule at all.
Yeah, when 11 Gs.
What are we talking about?
When 11
You know-
Gs walk into a room,
You know, yeah, when 11 G, somebody better watch out.
the friction.
The re-entry.
The re-
The re-entry. Did you?
Oh my god.
Well, don't put it on me. I'm just laughing.
Oh, God.
Shake my head.
it's the
Wait,
re-
you don't know what we're talking about,
It's
Jason?
the repeat offenders.
I don't want to know.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah.
Repeat offender, and
I'm
they
sorry I
want
brought
more
it up.
after that.
Yeah.
Once they have a taste of the G's, they come back for more.
I can't.
Well, it's like riding a roller coaster.
I mean, she does like, kissing a girl, and she likes it.
Oh, was that her?
I thought that was. Is that
That was
Katy
like
Perry?
20
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah, that's Katie.
But seriously,
She used to
though,
be a Christian.
11 Gs.
What happened?
Didn't she do the Eye of the Tiger one?
It's the eye of the
No,
tiger.
No,
her
not
one.
that one.
Oh.
I got the eye of the tiger.
Is that her?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My old boss used to
Something
sing
about
that
a
while he was driving around. It was pretty funny.
War of the Woman or something.
He loved that song.
Question of the week. Clint Eastwood is the illegitimate son of what famous black and white film era actor? Y'all know Clint, right?
Yeah, I do.
Errol Flynn, Humphrey Bogart, James Stewart, or Stan Laurel?
Oh, yeah, don't know.
Wow.
Oh,
Humphrey.
you know what? False alarm. I guess it only takes 3 Gs of acceleration
okay.
to launch into space on a typical rocket like the Space Shuttle or Falcon 9.
So she can handle 3 Gs.
Well, yeah, the Mamba does 3.5 on the first drop.
Does it really?
Yeah.
The Mamba.
Oh, I
You talking
hate
about the dance?
No, that's a roller coaster here.
There's a dance
Oh.
called the Mamba?
Yeah, Mamba number 5.
That's Mambo.
Dude, I
Oh,
did the Mama
sorry
one
about that.
time just because,
What about the Black Mamba?
it was awful.
You mean from Kill Bill?
Yeah. No, from Megamind.
I only know the Kill Bill one. I didn't see Mega.
Yeah, the new suit he put on was the Black Mamba.
Okay, so
he said
re-entry is
black
4 to 5 Gs.
Great movie.
So 5 times. And a G is 3 times your
3
body
times
weight.
your weight.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I heard they can get replicate the G's with a machine. They could just like a washing machine.
Centrifugal force.
Yeah.
So
You know, matter of fact, the Star Wars ride at Disney, almost threw up on this thing. And I saw how they did it because I got out of the thing. When I first got in it, I was so claustrophobic, it was ridiculous. They put this thing right on your knees and you're locked in. You got 4 people beside you.
they
and
put you in a locked
and
fetal
it's
position.
done. You're done. Like you have to, you mentally, you've got to go, I got to get through this because I'm having a panic attack.
Yeah.
And so you just got to go, okay, I got to focus. I had to focus on one thing on the screen and just not move at all. So when I got out, I saw how they did it. They've got these, a central thing and a thing in the floor.
In a doohickey?
Yeah.
Around the doo
And they've got 3 arms coming off the central. And they raise it up and then they start spinning it like a washing machine.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all the G's were. It was crazy.
It's disgusting.
The G's, you didn't do it because you built the lightsaber though.
So how many Gs do you think you can take at one time?
At least 50.
50 Gs
Yeah,
coming there?
dude.
One right after another?
My head would just explode.
Mhm.
I hate roller coasters. I hate.
Absolutely,
That's
dude.
your
50
Wrist
G's.
strapped to your ankles.
What are their names?
Well, they're probably all Bob.
Anyway, shut it down.
Anyway,
episode.
yeah,
Shut it
Errol
down.
Flynn, Humphrey Bogart, James Stewart, Stan Laurel. Which one of these guys
Humphrey.
is the illegitimate son? Clint Eastwood's the illegitimate son of one of these people.
Okay.
So
what
answer
about the
that
question? Last week's question.
Last week, conspiracy. What city is under the ice in Antarctica? It's Atlantis.
Nah, that's bullcrap. That's in North Africa.
Yeah, no one knows where Atlantis is, bro.
North
Well,
Africa.
exactly. That's why it's under
North
the
Africa.
It's
ice.
in It's
I'll s-
Antarctica.
I'll send you. I will send you the video I saw on YouTube that was talking about this place. It's called the Eye of the Sahara.
Eye of the tiger. It's the
Close.
Okay.
Eye of the Sahara, and it's actually ring. It's got like a center, an outer, and a bigger ring, and it looks like it was washed away by a massive flood. Like there's still like all the rock looks messed
And
up.
how would
from-
freaking what's his name know about that, dude?
Who?
The guy, Socrates?
Socrates.
Who's the one that said Atlantis? He was the only one that ever mentioned it. Come on, you did the episode.
Was it Socrates?
Or what are you talking about? Atlantis episode?
Aristotle. Aristotle.
You talking about
Aristotle.
Aristotle.
Admiral
Aristotle,
Byrd?
That's it.
Yeah, General Cusco.
I mean,
Cusco.
Cusco.
It's a good movie.
What are we?
What are we talking about?
Karaoke today.
Butters. Oh, we're doing.
Anyways,
well, we're not going to
Sirens.
Oh, we can't say it.
It's always Sirens or Jack the Ripper.
No, that was a good one.
Oh, it was good to us.
Garbage.
Dude, get out of here
Dude,
with that, bro.
Garbage.
Dude, that was just a raw, nitty gritty
Yeah, it was-
crime drama.
I mean, it was a
episode.
lot of information.
We needed a series for that one.
Yeah.
What, true crime?
Yeah, we need to like start a new podcast just for Jack the Ripper.
And that's it.
That's it.
We should come up with a series.
We should come up with a series called Monsters.
We do famous
We're going to do that
murderers,
on Halloween.
serial killers.
We could do that.
We'd call it Ripping.
Hey, you know what? We could do a cult series too, because we didn't cover cults of churches. We just did like Charles Manson, Jim Jones.
So you want to do like IHOP, Bethel?
Yeah, because they put those in the
one
cult category.
Australia?
ICOC,
Hillsong?
Hillsong.
Hillsong.
We're going to offend a lot of people with Hillsong.
Oh, yeah, dude. People love their music.
Yeah.
I
Well,
do too. I love their music.
I mean, what do you
I've
do
sang
with
their
that?
music.
What do you do with that?
I'm redeemed, so I don't care.
Well,
Haters gonna hate.
Nobody can touch me. I'll sing Praise the Lord. Nobody can stop me. I don't care who wrote it.
doesn't matter.
No. Anyway, what is a conspiracy theory?
I don't know.
It comes from the Latin word conspire. Follow me so far?
I'm tracking, bud.
It literally means to breathe together.
Wow.
I bet you didn't know that, did you? So we're actually conspiring together in this room.
I'm perspiring together.
In practice, it refers to two or more people making a plan of action that other parties are not told about. Okay? You got me so far? Theoretically, that plan could either be good or bad. But over the centuries, it's gained distinctively negative, a sense of negativity, right? It usually has some kind of shadow on it that somebody's not doing some good things in the back room.
Nefarious.
Nefarious.
You love that word.
It's awful.
You love that word,
I
though.
do, really.
Yeah.
You can see this clearly in two ways, which the word is used in the legal sphere. Conspiracy in the legal sense always refers to wrongdoing.
Conspiracy.
You know what I'm saying? Conspiracies are not by definition secret. But as the word is attached itself to criminal behavior, that's almost inevitably a part of the package.
Rico.
Rico. Rico Suave?
Rico Suave.
Wow.
Suave.
Over the years, secrecy has become part of our conventional sense of what a conspiracy is. And it's a crucial part when it comes to development of conspiracy theories. Essentially, conspiracy theories are alternative explanations of history. So you want to explain history a little different? You're going to use a conspiracy theory to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, here's how the pyramids were built.
It's a
You just
theory.
make some stuff up, like Joey does.
That's right.
Conspiracy theories suggest that dramatic events happen not by accident, for apparent reasons, but because plans were made in secrecy.
9/11.
That's usually what's happening in 2025. Somebody made some plans in secret. It's probably not good. And then they never get caught. And then we sit around and talk about it because it's a theory, because it's not out in the public. Nobody got caught. And then it's, Bob's your uncle and they go free.
So is Epstein,
AKA Hillary Clinton.
is Epstein Island a conspiracy theory still, or
Well, that's a good
I
question.
think it's fact.
Let's get into that,
get to the
because
bottom of that.
is there a conspiracy around Epstein Island? Which means, was there two or more people together making plans that wasn't known to the public?
yes,
Is that true?
it's true,
Okay, so that was the conspiracy.
right?
The other thing is so you got the conspiracy. It's like, what were they doing?
Or were they doing?
What were the plans?
What were they?
What were here's the theory. I think Mossad, Israel, had stuff on, I think Epstein was a Mossad agent. And he was blackmailing all these people, influential people, by
What leads
recording them having sex with underage
What
women.
leads you to this conclusion?
I'll have to go down that rabbit hole another day. I think I read it on the internet.
Yeah, because this wasn't what you said on our Jeffrey Epstein. So you must have
I
read
didn't
this
know
first.
that.
Right. So yeah, we didn't know anything on those episodes.
I didn't know that he was a Mossad agent
Yeah.
working for Israel to bribe.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. That's what they're.
I like how all the Epstein files are just
Nothing.
deleted.
What happened?
They deleted them.
Right, and they're like, "Hey, here's the Epstein files," trying to make out like
Blank page.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like-
Epstein files. It's an empty page.
yeah, it's old redacted stuff.
Now, why do you think that? Just because of the synagogues of Satan it talks
Yeah.
about? You think that's still a thing?
Where are those located?
The synagogues?
Yeah,
Turkey?
exactly.
What a name for a
Turkey.
country.
Why is Turkey the inhabitant of Satan?
Why did it
Exactly.
change? Why did it change from Constantinople to Turkey?
And yeah,
and
when
then
did that happen?
They might be giants.
And then
brought that
Batman.
question up.
That happened after Islam took it over.
Istanbul.
Did they change it to Turkey because they like turkey? Like the food?
I don't know why they did that. I'm
I
not
know
sure.
a guy from Turkey. Me and Jason do.
Really?
It's a town called Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Do they celebrate Turkey Day?
No,
Oh,
Not in Batman.
he showed me a picture of all the roads are dusty. There's no pavement. They're just like little stone buildings people live in.
it's kind of crazy because obviously that area, Constantinople, which is now Turkey, I watched-
Istanbul.
Istanbul.
That's a city.
Yeah, Istanbul.
Istanbul.
You always see
a
that in the,
standing bull.
yeah, you always see that in the movies.
Wait.
Istanbul. So Turkey
Istanbul.
is a city.
Turkey is the country.
Turkey's a country.
Istanbul is the city.
Yeah, like Batman.
Who's
It
Turkey?
used to be called Constantinople for Emperor Constantine, who actually brought Christianity to that area.
Yeah.
And then the Rome did not like that, so that's when they split. It's from Catholicism to Eastern Orthodox, I think is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You sure about that?
Wow.
Pretty sure.
Because we'll have to deep dive that. But anyway,
Man, he sounded like he was super confident. So
Well, I mean,
Long story
I
short.
believe him for some reason.
because he's confident in it.
He's just like I'm with Epstein, Mossad agent.
Could be a conspiracy.
let's go to. We'll do that episode on that.
I had a lot of church history when I was in college.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna believe you right now. Let's go for it. Anyway,
Google it.
sirens.
Sirens.
What's the other one? There's another one out there. It's like sirens. It's
Pyramids.
No, pyramids are awesome.
Pyramids.
but we
is banging,
hated it.
yo. Sirens.
Yeah, sirens.
Birds aren't real.
No, that was a good
no,
one.
that was a
good
banger.
one.
That was a banger.
The
It's just another one where there's no information.
Diglocki.
Right.
Diglocki.
Diglocki, that was
I love
amazing,
one.
dude.
Hey, you guys are retarded.
The
Oh,
Bell?
Pardon my French. but that's-
Argentina? What?
Dude, that was a solid episode, bro. That
Solid,
was one
dude.
that I thought was gonna suck.
Speaking of which,
It did
coming
suck.
up.
Get out
No,
of
dude.
here.
A
it's-
flying bell?
It's a flying winner, Schnatzel.
Hold on.
Oh, wait.
The well, I know we're gonna cover Tartarian Empire pretty soon, and
Oh.
there's some tie-ins to Diglocka.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. The bell came. No, it came down from a bubble, Doug. Are you telling me I'm wrong? Grow up, bro.
What's a
Grow
bubble?
up.
What's a bubble, Doug?
It's a skit.
Whether
if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
There's no doubt that conspiracy theories have been with us for thousands of years. Whether it's the ancient Greeks conspiring to take over Troy or Caesar's rivals conspiring to assassinate him. History is full of dramatic conspiracies, and there have always been people with a suspicious cast of mind, like the people in this room right now, who've come up with conspiracy theories to explain such events. And that's my monologue.
Mm.
So let's look at our catalog, basically. And we can go down just our catalog, what we've talked about. So our first episode we ever put out was the Biden family, the corruption, the corruption of the Biden family. Now, I don't know, is that a conspiracy or is that just, we were talking facts, just facts about this family and how corrupt they were? That doesn't seem like I guess the theory turns into a conspiracy when there's multiple people behind the scenes has a plan. That's a conspiracy.
Conjecture.
So it's not a
turns into
theory.
conspiracy. Conjecture, a conspiracy theory would, if you're putting out facts, and then you're tying these facts together, that makes the conspiracy theory. Especially if stuff is done in secret, and you're assuming that knowledge of something that there's no way you could have knowledge of.
Right. So I think that episode was basically not a theory because we made ties to him and Burisma, his son working for an oil company where they were getting kickbacks. And, of course, his laptop full of porn and, smoking crack with hookers.
Mm-hmm.
All that was factual stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that was a theory. I think it was actually a conspiracy. Let me just go down the. Talk amongst yourself for a minute. I'm putting it on Joey.
Talk.
So anyway, sirens.
Yeah, sirens. Yeah.
Did you get my joke? Come up with something.
Yeah, what was that?
Yeah, hang on.
What was the joke?
Dead.
Dang,
air.
we're at like almost 140 episodes. We got a big catalog.
What are we doing? So why did you guys decide to go with the Biden one first as your first episode?
That's a good question. When I launched the podcast, I was like, Biden. It was just hot in the news.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a hotbed of to talk about all the corruption. So I just wanted to cover the corruption because I want to make sure that people knew this guy's not a good guy.
Yeah.
He's not what you think he is.
And he's totally normal now, too, supposedly.
Who?
Being Biden. It's like after he wasn't president anymore, now he can speak full sentences. And
Are you serious?
I've seen videos of it. I don't know how it's all
They let the real Biden out.
Yeah.
He was locked up in a cage in the ground.
Sleazy car salesman for the last 30 years anyway.
So we'll just go through the catalog. We did a real story of January 6th. That was our second episode. I think that wasn't a theory, but I do think there was conspiring behind the scenes with two or more people to give us a narrative that wasn't true.
Mm-hmm.
Like there were FBI agents in the crowd. There were antagonists doing things in the crowd that there were bad actors in the crowd, and they were trying to tell the story that all these people were just Trump supporters and they're bad and they're breaking the Capitol and whatever. So I think that side of it was a conspiracy. It wasn't a theory at all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sirens.
I actually talked to somebody that was at the J6 thing. So like I heard firsthand before I knew anything about it. And then he was like, dude, don't tell anybody you talked to me about this. And then he was like, but he was telling me everything that went on. And then, so I have that perspective from him. And he was just like a maintenance guy at this place I was working at. And then I was like, oh, really? What happened? Because I don't listen to the news or anything like that.
Yeah.
I just kind of, and so then I heard about all the stuff going on. I was like, that doesn't match up with the guy that was there.
Right.
And I'm starting to like question it. So, again, that's the problem with conspiracies is that it's clear that something else is going on, but we can't really know what it is. And we have to make it, we have to piece the puzzle pieces together as best we can. And then I think some of it we've hit the money on. But I think what were they saying that one senator came out and he was like, yeah, the conspiracy theorists is going to have to get into some new theories or whatever because, they're all coming true.
They're all coming true. Alex Jones was right.
Yeah. So
Turn
the friggin' frogs.
The frog's gay. I'm kind of retarded.
He was right about that.
Oh, yeah, the atrazine, yeah. We did the Bermuda Triangle. That was one of our... no, that could be. No, that's probably a theory.
Flight 52761.
5678.
Yeah. The Malaysian flight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so is that a conspiracy?
We don't know the official story.
Well, yeah, you don't. But is there somebody, more than two people, working behind the scenes, not telling somebody?
We don't know yet
because they're all gone.
I mean, I don't think we know the official story for that.
Yeah, I think we can only speculate on that one.
Is it all is just speculation?
The Federal Reserve We did an episode on that. That's kind of conspiracy because they conspired to create this thing.
Remember the dead of night they made up
that wasn't real.
Yeah.
And then they just print money that has nothing behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Whatever happened to them going into Fort Knox and live streaming that?
They're dead.
No, it was Trump and Elon were talking about
Are you serious?
live streaming going into Fort Knox.
They talk a whole bunch of crap.
Yeah. They're like, wouldn't you like to see that? Wouldn't you like to see if the money's still there?
We know it's not there.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're not on the gold standard anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
We haven't been in gold standard since what? Nixon?
I heard a weird theory that
That was true,
that
man.
the
That's not
maybe
true.
it was Nick.
That's
the
not true, man.
countries will transport that gold secretly to different countries to
Yeah, I heard that too.
they're like, oh, hey, you're giving us this much money, we'll transport this gold over here or something like that. I don't know anything about that really, but it'd be interesting to dig
Don't you think
into.
it's weird that there's an element that we can dig out of the ground and we put value to it?
It's very hard to get.
What's up with that?
It's shiny.
Is that why?
We like
No,
shiny
because
stuff.
it's useful
For
It's
what?
shiny. It's
to build
untarnishable.
things.
Like what? A toilet?
What,
Okay.
gold?
We're talking about gold.
Oh, gold?
Yeah.
Go. What do you think we said?
Oh, I didn't.
Rare.
They use gold for microchips. They use gold for computers. They use gold
Oh,
for
gotcha.
rocket ships. They
That's
use
true.
gold plated for cabling, wire
Silicon
cables.
Valley.
Yeah, so I
Valley.
mean the usage is just through the roof, but that's why that's not why it started to become so valuable. It started becoming valuable back in
It's in the Bible too.
because what it represented.
Gotcha.
And-
Streets of gold.
Mm-hmm.
The difficulty in obtaining
But also,
Isn't that weird in that kingdom?
But also, it doesn't rust.
Right. And moths can't get to it.
Yeah.
Where you put your treasure up. Where moths can't get to it and rust. Isn't that weird that we've got gold in the dimension of heaven?
Well,
So there's elements there.
I think that's hyperbolic.
You think so? That's good. I
Well,
like
not
that.
hyperbolic, but
I like that kind of language.
yeah. I mean, it's not really.
I gotcha. I can track with that.
Yeah. If you think about a shining
Same
place,
thing with
like,
Jesus surfing on clouds.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
That's hyperbolic language.
Because surf is life.
It is, really. What is Joey doing?
Sirens.
Okay. So
What is it? What is the siren?
September 11, 9/11, part 1 and 2, we did that one. Is inside job or terrorist? Well, of
That's
course, we
definitely
covered that with
conspiracy.
inside job. It's definitely. But you know what? There's so many real live architects that have come out against the official story to go, that's stupid. That's bunk. That's not the way buildings fall down.
They're still talking.
You know
about
what I'm
it
saying?
now.
Well,
I
sure.
keep seeing it out on
Because they want to dismantle the Warren Commission.
Mm.
That came up and said, hey, here's what happened. It's a pancake effect.
That is crazy that it's like the amount of time that's passed and that since that's happened and the fact that pretty much anyone you talk to nowadays knows that was an inside job and the fact that no one gives a rip.
Right.
Well, what can we do about
And
it?
nobody's going to, get justice for whoever was behind it.
Same thing with
Yeah.
JFK.
We're out here just trying
Yeah,
to.
the CIA. I mean, you can say the CIA killed him, but actually who was the trigger guy?
Time heals all wounds, man.
Dawson's here.
Yeah,
Nobody
but
cares.
What do? We just have to. They got us as economic slaves right now. All we're just trying to do is make our mortgage payments.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's all it is. There was nothing we can
Economic slaves, yeah.
do. Yeah, they keep us busy on TikTok and all that
Right.
stuff.
And they're like, "Oh, by the way,
Just
we
being
did
entertained.
this."
Why
Everyone's like,
why did we
wow.
decide to be part of the society? Because, I mean, nobody's forcing us, right?
well, kind of. Where are you gonna live? Like you can't. What are you gonna be a hobo?
I guess that's why a lot of people are doing like that, because they're like,
Yeah.
I'm living my life on my terms.
A van down by the river.
But how you can't raise a family like that?
Well, I have
You know
a
what I'm
friend who
saying?
lives in RV life, but it's not cheap.
That's a good idea. What about homesteaders? That's kind of back on.
Those people get attacked by the FBI.
You serious?
Yeah, Ruby Ridge. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just shoot your
Siren.
kid in the head while he's outside playing with a dog.
I don't know. Is that real?
Ruby Ridge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we do a show on that? Sounds
Yeah.
fascinating.
Yeah, sure.
Is that a conspiracy or a theory?
No, it actually happened.
Why did they take a homesteader out?
I think he had guns or something. I don't remember. We'll have to.
All right,
do
we'll
some
have
more
to do a deep
research.
dive on that.
Yeah, do a deep dive.
Joey, what do you got?
Sirens.
We did Bigfoot. That's a conspiracy because he's the best hide and seek guy ever.
Yeah.
Nobody can find him.
This is like one of the those flashback episodes on your favorite show where they go back to the.
Yeah.
They keep doing flashbacks of the different clips from the different episodes.
You remember?
Yeah.
You remember that fateful night?
And then they go back to that.
There's
that
always
episode.
like the haze around the
Yeah.
edge.
Yeah.
That's what we should do when you do this post edit.
Yeah.
Add that in.
What do we got? So
What
like
about-
some haze.
What about sirens? And
Yeah.
What about Sirens and you play a clip of Sirens with just like
the sirens episode.
Yeah.
And we'll just show Jason asleep.
Siren Head.
Yeah. Operation Mockingbird. That was not a theory. It's absolutely happened, and it's in full effect today. So,
Project Bluebeam.
yeah, Bluebeam, same thing. Well, it's different, but same thing. I mean,
They just renamed it.
it's not a thing. The moon landing.
Paperclip.
Wow, this is so divided right here.
What do
The
you
moon
mean?
landing.
Divided in here? We're divided?
Well, I'm saying divided across there's like a huge sect that's like, no, we didn't do the moon, and there's people like, yeah, sure we did. I saw it on TV.
It's made out of cheese, isn't it? Joey doesn't
So I
believe
don't
in
think that-
space, right? You still don't
Yeah, you
believe
think
in
it's
space?
real?
Space isn't real. Did you change?
I don't know.
If space is real.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how I feel about the moon landing either. Because they're
No, but Joey doesn't think space is real.
Like,
Like you look up in the sky, he doesn't think
I think
what-
it's
what- so
real.
what
I
are you
just
looking
don't
at?
think it's.
is it a hologram or?
why can't we get back there? Why do we not have the technology to go to the moon?
I don't think it's possible to get out of. That's my theory. I don't know if I believe it 100%.
But then how do we have up close images of Saturn like that?
Because of the Voyager, you talking about Voyager?
Yeah,
2
like
that
where
they
it
sent.
it crashed into the atmosphere and then burnt up.
It's still at the edge of the universe.
Yeah. They're like, we're still, it's okay. So they sent Voyager out in the freaking 70s. And I
Yeah.
just saw, because I was fascinated with it too, because it's like the thing that flew by Saturn. They sent it both ways or something like that. And they haven't been able to talk to it for like 30 years or something. That's probably
They
an
lost
exaggeration.
communication with it.
Yeah, for like 15 years. And
I
then
didn't know
all
that.
of a sudden, out of the blue, they're like, we can communicate with it again. You're like, how? It's beyond our galaxy at this point.
Right.
and technology that's
Galaxy?
decades
Yeah.
old.
Not
It was at-
galaxy, solar system. We haven't.
Well,
we
it was
can't
at
get
the
out of
edge of our
galaxy.
solar system.
Let's
Yeah.
I'm going to figure it out right now.
It was at the edge of our solar
At
system.
our current
which
speeds,
our
it
solar
would take
system.
500,000 years to get to Andromeda, or not Andromeda. The next star.
Right.
You know,
500,000 years.
something like that, or 50,000 years, something like that.
I think it's
5
longer.
and a bunch of zeros.
No, I
Wow.
think it's longer than that. Yeah.
It says, as of April 2025, Voyager 1 is over 15 billion miles from Earth.
Yeah, that's not even how the.
15 billion.
I think it took.
I've been
pictures of
seeing it at
Pluto.
the edge of the what do they call it? It's some kind of spear. It's like curved and it's right at the edge where it has to punch through to get out of the solar system. I want to say hemisphere, but that's not
Dude,
correct.
No.
You're talking about Interstellar.
No, dude, I'll pull up the graph, dude.
Love is quantifiable.
Located in the direction of the constellation
Gemini.
Ophiuchus. Oh, we can track its real-time position.
Dude,
Oh, good, finally.
What we need to do is we need to get some astronauts and a whole bunch of people that drill and put them on some kind of rocket ship, send them to an asteroid so they can drill into the asteroid and
And blow it up.
Yeah, blow it up.
That's the answer to everything. Just blow it up.
Oh, they even have
Whoa.
Look, they have a 3D image
is
of what
this?
it's looking at.
That's where it's at, man.
See?
It's way outside Uranus.
I hope so. I mean, it gets any closer. There's gonna be some discussions.
Don't call it the Voyager.
The black hole.
See? There you go. Somehow
It's looking at us. That's weird. I don't
they
even-
have a 3D image of exactly what it's looking like.
Yeah, somebody just made this up.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they're.
Nobody knows that it's looking like this.
Yeah, they do.
It's probably all rattled. Just
And I want nothing
Stuff
more
shaking
than this
on
to
it.
be real because
You
dude,
do
as a
want it to
kid-
be real, don't you?
As a kid, I was fascinated with space, dude. Oh my gosh.
Now you don't believe in it.
No, I don't know that. I don't necessarily know that. I just don't know if it's like we can get to it.
Mm.
I think we can see it, but I don't know if we can get to it. I don't think it's possible to leave our stratosphere.
Like, right. So there's this
Good
thing
of
called
you, near Voyager. Good of you options.
What are we talking about? We're supposed to be talking about.
We're talking about sirens.
Oh, you were right here near
okay.
Voyager, above Sun.
Go to Voyager 2.
Where's it at?
Wow.
Pioneer 2, maybe that's what they called it. Pioneer.
Here's
11.
what I do know: there's a thing called the Van Allen radiation belt
Van Allen. That's it. Yeah.
that you can't get through as a human. And that's why they said they didn't go to the moon, is because no human can get through this Van Allen radiation belt.
Yeah.
But they want to tell us that they did, and you know they destroyed all the technology that they had back in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is, if they destroyed it, why couldn't you just come up with? Don't you have enough bright minds to go? Sure, we can get to the moon. Let me recalculate that for you.
How far does that radiation thing go? Because I think from your moon episode, you said it fries all technology, right?
Van Allen radiation belt. See, we're going down rabbit holes here.
Who came up with this Van Allen radiation belt too? If it's the same people.
Yeah, who came up? Was it Van Allen?
Probably.
Or Van Halen?
Who's in a van?
The Van Halen is an electrical charge part, most originated from solar winds, captured and held around the planet by the planet's magnosphere. Earth has 2 such belts. Sometimes others may be temporarily created. The belts are named after James Van Allen.
Nice.
In 1958, who described the belts. Extend to an altitude of 640 to 58 kilometers. So that's 400 to 36,000 miles above the surface. So that's where you got to go.
Yep. And then astronauts.
Here's the belts endanger satellites, which must have their sensitive components protected with adequate shielding. Astronauts going through the Van Allen belt received very low harmless dose of radiation. See, that's been say different from that.
Thank you, Wikipedia.
On other sites, yeah. Maybe Wikipedia is a conspiracy theory.
Could be. Great timing.
Yeah. Did somebody just drop that?
I'm about to.
Okay, we did a slew. Of course, JFK. We covered that. That is a conspiracy to assassinate the president.
Mm-hmm.
Flat Earth. That's really not a conspiracy. It's some kind of cult following that people think we live on a flat disc
Yeah.
Illuminati.
instead of a globe.
Which
It's been debunked. So
yeah.
I mean, anybody.
Maybe.
These people need
No,
to take some physics
100%.
classes.
What
honestly.
100%? What do you mean 100%?
they took a video camera at Antarctica and recorded 24-hour sun. You can't do that if it's flat.
Yeah.
And you believe the footage?
Well, sure.
Just like.
Well, sure.
that's
I
it.
mean, just
It's
like they went on the
"Oh,
moon.
it's fake. It's fake.
That's true.
Everything's
You know what? That's
fake.
true. What if they're lying to me?
Yeah. And maybe that's a conspiracy.
So you only can go out and do what you can do. So we should go to Antarctica,
Mm-hmm.
do it ourselves,
go
and
do
then
it.
we will believe it.
Let's go do it.
I don't know.
I should buy a
was
boat.
24-hour sun.
Hey, was that video of butter sausage real?
It was butter sausage.
Yeah, it could have been AI generated, bro.
I don't know. It's the
Let's
people
get to the bottom of what
the
is
people-
buttered sausage.
I mean, I probably sausage with butter on it.
Sounds good.
What is butter?
Butter comes from a cow.
What's a cow?
Well, when you squeeze the cow tits, the stuff comes out. You leave it sitting in the churn. Cream rises to the top.
Cream.
Okay,
Yeah.
the milk goes to the bottom. Then you churn it, and then
The
you get
cream
butter. And then you scrape
rises
off the
to the
top. You got
top.
butter.
Dude, I'll say this to anyone who listens.
What?
My wife's great grandma's sister used to climb right underneath that cow and
Just drink it, or
Just
get on the
straight.
tit.
He's so
Straight
dumb.
from the
No.
Are you? Would she like?
He's so
Wait,
dumb.
wait. Was she like just squeezing in the mouth, or get right on the tit?
Oh, she-
I'd like
latch.
to formally apologize.
She would lie.
He's lying. Dude.
I'm going to
There's no
formally
way.
apologize to the internet for
There's
this
no
episode.
way. Prove it. I want to see pictures.
well, the,
Wait,
wo-
is she still alive?
the woman has since passed away.
So you can't
Okay,
ask her.
Okay. So
But
we
it's-
can't verify it.
But it's a true story. That's not even
Did
a
your
joke.
wife tell you that?
My wife's grandma. told
Okay,
me.
wife's grandma.
Her sister used to climb under there, latch.
Well, I mean, all we got to do, who cares if it's true or not? Just
sucking
go get a
power.
cow and latch on.
That sucking power must have been.
You know
off
what I'm
the
saying?
charts.
And she actually got milk. Think about a cow, though. It's got to udder all the time, and it's always got milk there.
It's utterly
not even
ridiculous.
pregnant.
I think it has to be. Well,
It's not even
It
pregnant.
had
Just,
to-
it's just sitting around
It
with
had
milk in
to
its
have
tits.
had been pregnant.
It
I
has
think.
to be.
Am I saying
pregnant.
tits too many?
It
Too
has
much?
to have been pregnant to make.
Are
the
you
baby.
serious?
Yeah.
And it just keeps the milk. Just
Well,
like
yeah,
a pregnant
if you
woman, we're
keep
just going to keep.
milking-
A,
If you
Exactly.
keep milking, they keep making.
why?
making
Why?
milk.
Why are the human species the only one that goes back to the tit?
What do you mean?
Everybody else weans off milk and doesn't do it again.
What are you saying right
We're
now?
the only ones that go back to the tit.
I think it's teat.
Who doesn't go back to the tit?
Nobody. Cats don't go back. Dogs don't go back to milk. Any animal you think of. Humans are
Cats-
the only ones that go back to the.
Cats drink milk.
No, if you put it in front of them, but they are not going to the
I mean,
tit.
if you put
Whose
milk in
tit
front of
are
me,
you
I'll
talking
drink it.
about?
Huh?
What are you talking about? Me being
I'm talking
like
about
30?
you drink milk
Suck it on
from a
some
cow.
teat.
Okay.
Okay. When you were a baby, you drank mother's milk. They weaned you off of
I
it.
drank formula.
Then all of a sudden, you went back to the tit.
That explains a lot.
Whose
Joe.
teat? A cow's?
Yes. Well, you can drink goat's milk too, any milk.
I'm not climbing.
I'm
under
just
any cow.
saying, humans drink milk where normally the animal kingdom weans themselves off. They don't go back to it.
I think anyone would drink milk if they're thirsty.
You know,
Doesn't matter who it is.
But you have to get the milk. That's what I'm saying. We're the only ones that go back there and
'cause it was
stroke that
considered-
titty.
It was considered
Because we're
delicacy
smart.
back in the day.
No,
Because the animals are dumb. They're drinking water.
well, they just
They ain't got that good tit milk. That's why I ain't going back.
siren.
There's a reason why. There's a reason why.
The shows on the
No,
internet.
there's a reason why humans started drinking cow's milk.
All right.
And it was a form of a delicacy having
Dude, you're
milk.
lying
No,
right now.
I'm
Are you?
not.
Yeah, okay.
And so if it was a sign of royalty if you had milk.
Are you serious?
Am I feel like
Okay.
I feel like
so
he's making this up.
He's not. And there's also a
He's
story.
he's doing birds on
no,
this.
No. That's why, and it was more often the case with royalty, people that actually were Caucasian, and that's why they don't have an intolerance like people that are brown.
Bible talks about land flowing with milk and honey a lot.
Okay. So
Yeah,
there's something
and so
there.
in the milk, they
Is that a
used to put-
metaphor?
The Bible also says you're not supposed to cook an animal in its own milk.
What?
yeah, and
Yeah,
in the
it's
milk they used to have these
Scripture
nano.
verse.
Look, and in the
Pull
milk,
it up.
hey
Pull it up,
Byron,
Jamie.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
In the milk, they had this nanotechnology.
Okay.
That would help.
Here's a cool story.
What?
There was a man
Oh,
that
okay.
was starving.
Nanotechnology.
Yeah.
There was a man starving to death. I'm going to finish the story. Listen, this is a true story. There was a man starving to death
Okay.
in a prison cell because back in the day, they used to death by starvation. It was like ancient France.
Okay.
They would do this.
Gotcha.
Okay. So this guy was sitting there starving to death, and his daughter came in there and fed him and kept him alive with her milk. Dead serious.
Wait a minute. With her breast milk?
With her breast milk.
Was this the Count of Monte
Was she
Cristo?
pregnant?
Is that?
Wait a minute.
She was
You saw
pregnant.
that in the movie?
She
she was pregnant.
She was had a baby.
She had
so
a
she was
child,
nursing.
so so she kept him alive with the breast milk,
So she would go to her dad to visit her starving dad in prison,
just to keep him alive.
and it kept him alive long enough where they decided to set him free.
And that's why we start drinking milk.
Breast milk. Yeah.
That's why that's why we go back to the tit.
Mm-hmm. Well, you think about it.
Amazing.
It could have started from like families, starving back in the day,
You think?
nutrition from cows.
I'm still
So
confused
wait.
at what the heck we're talking about.
We're talking about cow milk.
I get it,
And why do we go back to the tit?
but we were talking about conspiracy theories before. I'm so lost.
Well, if you've never
Wait a minute.
had,
Whoa,
What does my
wait.
what does my hat say?
when's the last time? When's the last time you guys went to a farm, nestled up next to a cow, and thought, dude, it's
Last-
Just that warm udder?
it's
last
game on.
Tuesday?
It's a pillow, bro.
It's sitting there dragging through
It's-
the mud through most of the day. Just climb under there and slatch up.
Yeah, you be like, how you
It's
been?
good for the gut biome too.
I've heard it is.
Gut.
So maybe that's that's a good point. So what if families were out there and were like, the cow just had some calves,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, you know what? It's going to be a wild winter. Hey, wait a minute. Her tits look full. Let's see if we can get some milk out of it. And
Yeah.
they start squeezing it, and they're like, hey, what if we drink this? if it's good for the cow, it's good for us.
Or they're squinting their like some of it skits on them and they taste it. And that's pretty good.
Or
Without milk, we wouldn't have butter though.
or
cheese.
listen.
Are we gonna have
Listen.
this on the?
Wait a minute,
as an
listen.
Episode? This
Siren.
is
Listen,
crazy.
listen. This is a good point. What if they were like, "Wow, Mom's milk was really good,
Yep.
but she's weaning me off, and I really don't like it because I like the milk."
It's like I gotta laugh.
And like, there's a cow out there. Look at those things.
Yeah. Plumb full. And guess what? There's 4 of them.
Mom's out.
We can all climb
We're
under
good
together.
And then Mom comes out there. They're all in there just getting after it
Yeah, the whole
on
family.
the cow.
The,
And the cow's like,
the dad's out there, grandpa.
Yeah, and Mom goes out. What the heck are y'all doing?
They're out there just family style.
Yeah, can
sucking on
you
others.
can you see him raise up milk just going down the
Milk-
beard?
A milk mustache.
What's wrong?
They just hear, what?
Do y'all want breakfast? No, we got plenty.
Anyway, sorry.
That's a good, yeah. I mean, that's a good conspiracy, right? Anyway, let's forget.
It's not even a good conspiracy.
Let's just go back. Let's get
to the bottom.
let's
That's a,
let's
it's
just
called-
go over the top 10 real quick instead of our entire catalog because we got like over 140. So Nephilim, number 1 episode right now. That's not a conspiracy. That's just awesome.
Maybe.
Well, yeah, it's in the Bible, so
Okay.
you got to believe it. Number 2 is the Bohemian Grove. That's not well, it is a conspiracy, but it's not a theory because they actually meet there every year
Yep.
and they try to control America.
Yep.
I've seen them try. And Freemasons, number 3, that's not a theory. That's an actual conspiracy. Somebody trying to undermine what's going on in society with cultish behavior. Also, the Illuminati, same thing. And the Book of Enoch, that's not a conspiracy theory. But here we go. Number 6, the plane that disappeared, flight MH370 from Malaysia. That is a theory because nobody knows, but we have plenty of speculation that's out there. Pizzagate, that's kind of a theory, and people will call you, crazy for thinking about what's going on with Pizzagate, especially with the Clintons. Moon landing, that's one in the top 10. Anunnaki, that's out there. The simulation theory, and then the Nephilim too. That's kind of our top 10 right there. Those are all conspiracy theories, and some are actually conspiracy. Some are just fact.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares, right?
I don't know, but that little keychain you gave us.
Oh, what do you think?
That's pretty awesome.
Did you use it
Tried
yet?
it just now.
Huh?
While we were talking, I just zoned out and I tried doing it.
You got his own. Okay.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah.
All of the social medias.
It's all there. Plus a little cash app. If somebody wants to donate real quick, they can pop a $5 bill to us.
We don't need your money.
Who?
We don't.
Oh, we don't. Why do we have a merch store?
We
do
should
need
get a
your money.
cow,
We should get a cow on the show.
Still going, huh?
hang them up right in
Just
right
the
on top.
and just
Have
have like a tube.
have the udders right here.
Just yeah. Would you get on the udder or get a tube to go to your mouth?
Well, I think we just have udder, and I get my coffee mug. Udder's right
Just
here.
go breast milk.
I'm a little thirsty.
I wonder why. Oh, here's
It's
why.
a tap.
Here's why. So directly from the cow tit, taste probably pretty much similar to the human tit of milk. Am I right?
No, not at
Probably
all.
You think it's
no.
different?
Yeah.
But think about it. The milk you get at the store is not the same thing you get straight from the tap.
From the tit of
Right.
the cow.
It's different because they homogenize it.
It's pasteurized.
They pasteurize it, whatever that
Heavily
means.
pasteurized. It's basically cooked all.
Isn't it
back here.
funny how they use the word pasteurize and the cow is in the pasture?
Yeah.
Isn't that why? Who came up with that?
John Pete Lumbing.
Yeah. Oh, we were talking about getting a cow in here and just going udder straight in front of us. So
They've been talking about this cow for like 30 minutes.
I left the room for like 10. You guys are still
Oh,
milking
man.
cows.
This is worse than
this,
sirens.
wait a minute.
We
This made
just-
the top. We've made
Congratulations.
We
This
just
is-
need a cow
It's the
udder.
best, worst episode ever.
I think people will love it
I
Okay.
don't think so.
until we get to the
Don't even
until
publish
the
this.
into the. This is good stuff.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, don't put us down like that.
Come on,
Okay,
bro.
You're right. You're
We
right.
got listeners that love this stuff.
It's yes.
Anyway, that's the conspiracy theory episode.
But
Don't forget
mother's
I'm
milk.
sorry.
Mother's milk.
And Was it Mad Max?
We should just rename it
Wait a
because we
minute.
didn't talk about any conspiracy theories.
We did, bro. We
It
just
should be,
happened to
it
get on
should
the
be called Flashback and Cow Titties.
Clint Eastwood is the illegitimate son of what famous black and white actor? Errol Flynn, Humphrey Bogart, James Stewart, or Stan Laurel? That's your question of the week. And then let us know if you've ever actually latched onto a cow
Yep.
and got some actual cow milk, like straight from the tap, and let us know how it tastes.
Yeah.
And if you're listening to this episode, just go listen to one of our other ones because
Yeah, go listen to Sirens and then let us know how it
compares.
stacks up. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
it's gonna be good.
And then latch onto a cow tit.
Latch
and see
on.
if
I
It's
love
as
that
good as
word,
they
latch
say.
on,
I love
because
it
you hear
too.
that. I can't get them to latch on.
You do.
Well, give them some
You-
formula.
yeah, hang around a lot.
Well,
You know what
and,
I'm
then,
saying?
and then whenever they finally do latch and they just know how to drain it,
It's over.
done deal.
Man, well,
Sometimes you
I know
gotta
one
show
time
'em
I was holding, I got man boobs. One time I was holding, somebody latched onto mine. I was like, hey, there's no milk in there.
Really?
And then all of a sudden there was.
Why was your shirt off?
Well, because I like it.
Okay.
Have you ever sucked your own teeth? Tune in next week. You might hear Joey say, cow titties.